Imagine a world long before our own, a time when colossal reptiles ruled not only the land but also the vast, sunlit oceans. 160 million years ago, during the Jurassic period, the seas were home to a predator of almost unimaginable scale and power. This was the domain of Liopleurodon, a name that means smooth-sided tooth. It was an immense marine reptile, a true giant that inspired awe and terror in equal measure. For anything that swam in these ancient waters, an encounter with this creature would almost certainly be its last. Its very presence shaped the life that thrived and died beneath the waves. The true size of Liopleurodon has been a subject of much scientific debate and popular fascination over the years. Early estimates, fueled by fragmentary remains, suggested a creature of truly monstrous proportions, perhaps reaching over 25 meters in length. While more recent and careful scientific analysis has revised this figure downwards, the animal that remains is no less formidable. A fully grown Liopleurodon was likely around 6 to 7 meters long, weighing several tons. This still makes it one of the largest and most powerful aquatic predators of all time, a leviathan built for pure, uncompromising dominance in its marine environment. To picture its sheer scale, consider a modern-day great white shark. Now imagine a predator significantly larger, heavier, and arguably more powerful. That gives you some idea of the animal we are dealing with. Its shadow, falling upon the creatures of the reef below, would have been a harbinger of doom. Liopleurodon was not merely a large fish. It was a highly evolved, air-breathing reptile that had returned to the sea and perfected the art of underwater predation. Its reign was long and absolute, a testament to its incredible evolutionary success in a dangerous and competitive world. This fearsome reputation has made Liopleurodon a star in the world of paleontology and a favorite among those captivated by prehistoric life. It represents the pinnacle of marine reptile evolution during its time, a creature so perfectly adapted to its role as an apex predator that it had no natural enemies. It was the undisputed king, the tyrant of the Jurassic seas. Every aspect of its being, from its streamlined body to its devastating bite, was honed for one purpose: to hunt, to kill, and to rule. The story of Liopleurodon is a window into a savage and spectacular underwater kingdom. The most striking feature of Liopleurodon was undoubtedly its enormous head. It was a truly colossal skull, long and somewhat flattened, reminiscent of a modern crocodile's, but on a much grander scale. In a typical adult, the head alone could measure over a meter in length, accounting for a significant portion of its entire body. This massive head was not just for show. It was a highly sophisticated killing instrument. Its long snout was packed with sensory pits, allowing it to detect the faint chemical trails and pressure changes created by potential prey moving through the water, making it an incredibly effective tracker in the vastness of the ocean. This immense skull housed a set of jaws that were nothing short of terrifying. The mouth was lined with long, conical teeth, each one sharp as a dagger and deeply rooted within the bone. These teeth were not designed for slicing flesh like a shark's, but for piercing deep and holding on with immense force. When the jaws snapped shut, they created a bone-shattering trap from which there was no escape. The sheer power of its bite would have been able to crush the shells of ammonites and the bones of other marine reptiles with terrifying ease, a clear indication of its place at the very top of the food chain. Unlike the long-necked plesiosaurs it shared the seas with, Liopleurodon had a relatively short and muscular neck. This robust build provided the stability and power needed to control its gigantic head during a violent attack. It allowed for rapid, forceful side-to-side movements, enabling the creature to snap at prey with startling speed. This powerful neck connected its formidable head to a stiff, teardrop-shaped body that was perfectly streamlined for moving through the water with minimal resistance. This torpedo-like form was key to its success as both a powerful swimmer and a stealthy hunter. Propelling this colossal hunter through the water were 4 enormous paddle-like flippers. These were not flimsy fins, but powerful, wing-like limbs, each one expertly shaped to generate thrust. By moving them in a unique figure-of-8 pattern, similar to the wings of a bird or the oars of a rower, Liopleurodon could achieve remarkable bursts of speed and surprising agility for an animal of its size. This four-flipper drive system gave it the ability to accelerate rapidly from a standstill, a crucial advantage for an ambush predator launching a surprise attack on its unsuspecting victims. Liopleurodon was the quintessential ambush hunter, a master of the surprise attack. It did not rely on long, open-water chases to run down its prey. Instead, it would use the dim, murky light of the deep to its advantage, lurking in the shadows below. Its dark dorsal coloring would have provided excellent camouflage, blending it seamlessly with the darker water when viewed from above. It would wait, patiently and motionless, for an unsuspecting animal to swim overhead. This method required immense power for a rapid, vertical ascent, something its four-flipper propulsion system was perfectly designed to deliver in an explosive burst. The moment of attack would have been swift and utterly devastating. With a few powerful strokes of its flippers, Liopleurodon would launch itself upwards from the depths like a missile. Its target would have had mere seconds, if that, to react. The predator's enormous jaws would gape wide, and the impact would be catastrophic. It would seize its prey with a bite force of incredible magnitude, its long teeth sinking deep into flesh and bone. For smaller animals, death would be instantaneous. The sheer force and shock of the initial strike was its most potent weapon. The diet of a Liopleurodon was as impressive as its size. It was an apex predator, meaning it sat at the very top of the food web and would have eaten almost anything it could overpower. This included large fish, giant squid-like belemnites, and even other formidable marine reptiles. Fossil evidence and bite marks on the bones of other creatures from the period suggest that it regularly preyed on ichthyosaurs and even other plesiosaurs. It was a true cannibal of the seas, unafraid to take on animals that were themselves significant predators, asserting its dominance in the most brutal fashion. Once a large victim was secured in its jaws, Liopleurodon would likely have employed a technique seen in modern crocodiles. It would use its powerful body and neck to violently shake its prey apart, or drag it underwater to drown it before tearing off manageable chunks of flesh. This was not a delicate or precise hunter. It was an engine of brute force. Its hunting strategy was simple, but brutally effective. Hide, wait, and then unleash an overwhelming explosion of power from which there was simply no defense and no escape. This made it the most feared creature in its entire ecosystem. The world of Liopleurodon was a warm, shallow, epicontinental sea that covered much of what is now modern-day Europe. During the Middle to Late Jurassic period, these waters, known as the Oxford Clay Sea, were teeming with life. This was a vibrant and dangerous ecosystem filled with giant ammonites, fast-moving ichthyosaurs, and long-necked plesiosaurs gliding gracefully through the water column. It was a rich feeding ground, but also a fiercely competitive one. It was in this specific environment, this ancient European ocean, that Liopleurodon evolved to become the undisputed sovereign predator. Its position as the apex predator was unchallenged. While other large marine reptiles existed, none combined the size, power, and weaponry of a fully grown Liopleurodon. The ichthyosaurs were built for speed, and other plesiosaurs had their long necks for snapping up smaller fish. But Liopleurodon was built for sheer dominance. It was the heavyweight champion in a sea of middleweights. Its presence would have influenced the behavior of all other creatures, forcing them to be constantly vigilant, forever watching the dark waters below for the telltale shadow of the approaching king. It is for this reason that Liopleurodon is often called the T-Rex of the deep. While Tyrannosaurus rex ruled the land millions of years later, Liopleurodon held the same ecological position in its Jurassic marine kingdom. Both were apex predators of immense size and power, with bone-crushing bites and a fearsome reputation that has lasted through the ages. They represent the absolute pinnacle of predator evolution in their respective environments. To be hunted by a T-Rex on land was a terrifying prospect. To be hunted by a Liopleurodon in the water was equally, if not more, hopeless. Ultimately, the story of Liopleurodon is a powerful reminder of the incredible diversity and ferocity of prehistoric life. It was a creature perfectly and terrifyingly adapted to its world, a true sea monster that ruled the waves with absolute authority. Its fossils give us a glimpse into a time when giants swam the seas, and this particular giant was the greatest of them all. The legacy of Liopleurodon is not just in its impressive bones, but in the enduring image of an ultimate predator, a magnificent and terrible ruler of an ancient lost ocean.